Roadhouse.
Good evening, GPR fans. This is Crazy Chris coming to you semi-live, Gen Con day number 2. With me, I have Joe Green. He is with, what are we calling this?
Green Mist and Mist Brigade.
There we go, Green Mist and Mist Brigade. Basically, you know what? I was going to describe it, but I'm going to let you go ahead and describe it. So what exactly is, where exactly are we standing right now?
We're standing in the back of the Green Mist room at Gen Con, room 239. This is Mist Brigade Starship Bridge Simulators. So your team, your crew of 5 or 6 people manage and operate a starship flying around the sector, trying to defend the stations from the evil aliens and keep the stations alive.
Awesome. That sounds fantastic. Okay, so you guys are in room 239 right here at Gen Con. What can people expect when they come up here, and as far as game content and things like that? What are they looking at?
Well, the game requires, like we said, 5 to 6 players. However, even if you're only by yourself and you get 1 ticket, we will either match you up with other players, or we have staff that'll help fill in the empty stations. Your team of, like I said, a minimum of 5 will manage helm or piloting, engineering, weapons, science, which is scanning, or relay, which is they've got the sector map and they communicate with all the stations and aliens and stuff. You will try and identify where the aliens are coming from and go chase them down before they blow up the space stations, because they all want your space stations gone.
Got it. All right. So basically what we're looking at is a specific star excursion experience without the licensing problems, right?
Exactly.
All right.
Take your pick. We also have different ship types that are created. There are different ship types that can be used. So if you're, say, a fan of, say, Battlestar Galactica and the style of ship there, then we can put you in a ship like out of that franchise.
Nice.
If you're a fan of, say, the Honorverse, such as the Royal Manicoran Navy, you can do that style. Firefly, unfortunately, most of the ships weren't actually armed with anything.
That's fair. That's fair.
So now, if you had Firefly with guns, we can do that. I love Firefly too. Unfortunately, it was really more of a Western where they happen to fly around in a spaceship, which is cool.
Spaghetti Western in space.
Yeah.
But anyways, we digress.
But we've got a variety of different types of ships, so we can put you in different ones. But by default, we'll put you in a standard ship. You got 2 forward-facing tubes, couple of beam weapons, and you're going to run around trying to defeat the enemy. Our sessions this year, we're running 2-hour sessions.
Nice.
Now, unlike some games where you can go and you pay for a game that's listed as 4 hours, and you might be able to beat it in half that time, if you beat the session partway in, we restart you. You're going to get a full 2 hours played, no matter what. And short of you saying, you know what, I got to go.
Tap out, right. Well, that's pretty fantastic. Okay.
And again, we'll fill out sessions. If you don't have enough players, we'll fill out the rest of your crew for you.
Awesome. Well, that sounds fantastic. So how long have you guys been doing this?
I have been working for the last 5 years at Gen Con, I've worked with The Forge, which was run by a different group. They decided they weren't able to do it this year. And I've been providing the technology for the last couple of years anyway. So I took over with my company, Green Mist and Mist Brigade, running these events. And we run this at Gen Con. We've also run at HoosierCon in conjunction in Indianapolis on 4th of July weekend. Starbase Indy on Thanksgiving weekend for the last 4 years. Wow. We run at a lot of different conventions. Usually, with a lot of the smaller conventions, they provide the room, they provide the power, and we don't charge. We work on donations at that point. At Gen Con, unfortunately, we have costs. We got to make those costs. So.
Well, that's fantastic. Well, it's a good place to make up is at Gen Con. We got a 40,000 player base. So, I mean, that's just a fantastic place to do this. So I'm going to ask you one more question, and maybe so those out there thinking about maybe doing something like this might have some inspiration. What was your inspiration for bringing all of this together?
This game, or this style of game, is a little bit unique in the industry of electronic games. Electronic games, most of them are geared towards a console or a PC. One person sitting in their PC, maybe, they've got friends all over the country that they're playing with, but it's still, they don't have that human interaction.
Right.
This game, although you can play it over the internet, is best played you and your friends in one room together. And you can't have one member die and the rest of the team carry on. It is a true team game as opposed to, say, a squad game where you can lose a squad member and carry on. Right. I personally am not a hyper-competitive person. I'd rather the team succeed, so I run these kind of events. I have even run one for one company
I want to be the alien.
as a team-building experience. And actually, you can play an alien ship.
Oh, yes. That makes me happy.
But I run these as team building experiences. I've run it for a company as a team building experience. I run it for youth. I've taught people from ages of 5 to 85 to play this game because since it's a team and everybody's doing one station, it's not like some of the other electronic space games where you have a sheet sitting beside you with 115 hotkey sequences and you're trying to do everything. You've got what you do. If you're engineering, you keep the systems cool, you keep the systems repaired, and you keep the systems powered. That's what you do. The helm pilot, they pilot the ship. That's what they do. They don't have to manage loading and firing weapons, just piloting the ship.
Weapons would do that.
Weapons does that. We got a tactical officer who takes care of loading and firing weapons, managing the shields and stuff like that. So yes, it is very similar to and quite obviously inspired by the original Star Trek and the follow-on series of that.
Awesome. Okay. So is there a website that people can go to check this out?
Absolutely. It is emptyepsilon.org. It is an open source software. So licensing is, of course, free. The big expense is, the hardware. As you'll see in a little bit here, it takes 7 computers to run a full and proper session because you have a game master screen and server, you have a main screen computer, and then you have 5 stations for the individuals. And the 6th one is the captain. Kirk never got a computer, right? He always had to rely on everybody else, right? So the captain doesn't have a computer. Their job is to collect the information from everybody else, make the decisions, and decide where we go. Fantastic. Which, believe me, when you've got a crew of 5, you need somebody playing that coordinator position, really.
All right. Well, that's fantastic. Well, Joe, I'd like to thank you very much. So, once again, my name is Crazy Chris, coming to you semi-live at Gen Con 2016. Joe Green, it's been an absolute pleasure. I appreciate it. Game Mist, Mystic, or is it Mystic?
It's Green Mist.
Green Mist.
Brigade.
Mist Brigade. Goodness, I got them all mixed up. I'm so terrible at this. They give me a camera, and they give me a camera. See, I told you I'm bad. Give me a microphone and a camera, and this is what happens. This is the madness that ensues. So thank you guys very much. Joe, once again, thank you so very much for talking with us today. Good luck. Everything out here looks fantastic, so thank you.
Great. Thank you.